Greetings, my fellow descendants. It's your boy Right Check here, Pro, and I'm back with yet another interesting tutorial. Before I continue, guys, this channel, the way I like saying, this channel is so fire, it's so tasty, it's so like a delicious, whatever you wanna call it. Unlike your girlfriend, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, guys. Okay, yeah. So, guys, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, and comment on the videos. Ask any question you want to ask. We have WhatsApp groups, 3 of them. You guys can join because the main WhatsApp group is actually full, like totally full, like 1025 participants, and we've reached the limit. Okay, so I created 3 more groups, which is English paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. So you're gonna group yourselves according to what you know and what you don't know. So if you know that you couldn't paper 1, then you can just join the 2 other groups. If you know that you couldn't all the papers except paper 2, then join paper 2 group. You understand? So that we can have space, because by the look of things and by our analysis, we're going to be having a lot of learners compared to the group of last year, because last year SCI Masters was only getting introduced, right? So this year it's going to be even worse, because there's also upgrading learners. You understand what I'm saying? All right, and another thing, I have banking details on the comment section. You can donate if you feel like this channel has changed your life in some sort of way. You understand? It doesn't matter even if it's 1 rand, 5 rand, or whatsoever. It really doesn't matter, but it's going to be channeled into actually improving the channel. You know, there's a lot of things that have to be improved about this channel, so it's in your hands. And then there's also a link, written web tickets there. It's written cross night link on the comment section. So guys, I'm hosting an English HL cross night in September the 1st to prepare you guys for your prelims. I haven't seen the timetable, but I'm saying the 1st of September is the day. So it's really gonna be fun. It's a digital cross night. You know, I can't wait to have fun with your guys. Just buy yourself a ticket and buy your friend a ticket and come and have fun and get that distinction for the prelims. If you get a distinction in the prelims, chances are you'll get a distinction in the finals, right? So you can buy a ticket at Pick n Pay or at Box, or at Web Tickets. You can just click the link and then it will take you there, and then you can just buy your tickets. All right, so let's start with today's lesson. So because today's lesson is very, very interesting, really, it's actually one of my favorites. English is not, it's not my mother tongue. It's one of my favorite what can I say, transactionals. So basically, it's called speech. We're going to talk about speech. Why is it my favorite one? It's because I used to be a debater. I'm hoping that I can go back to into debating next year if I'm healthy. Maybe go a bit into law and politics and see what I can do. Right, so because it's one of my callings, it's one of my favorite things to do. So the reason why I like speech is because I always had to be the second speaker in debate. You understand what I'm saying? So I really understand the content of speech. So speech is like being the first speaker in a debate team, right? So in a speech, it's like you're writing an essay, but a 1-page essay, right? All right, for those that don't know, if you are new to this channel, will not get a pen and paper or a pen and a pencil, because Uncle K Pro has a very, very poor in writing digitally, but it's so okay, I need to say something. It's so beautiful in person. Yeah, it's so beautiful in person. Actually, girls used to chase after me because of my handwriting. I'm just joking. All right, yeah. So just get a pen and paper so that you can actually note down whatever I'm saying, because I write in letters, not in full words. Right. So first things first, you must understand that the speech, it's a 1-page essay. It's a 1-page essay. Right. It's a 1 PE. So it's a 1-page essay. Right. But what type of essay is this one? Right. There's what we call first-person perspective, second-person perspective, and third-person perspective. Right. So this one is written in what? It's written in first-person perspective. So basically, you are the one who's doing this speech. Right, it's not somebody else's speech, but you are the one who's talking to the people. So the first thing that you have to do when you're writing a speech is that you're going to have to take boots imagine yourself wearing boots and put yourself in Jacob Zuma's boots or Cyril Ramaphosa's boots, right? So it's like you're giving a state of nation address. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's an essay, right? But the difference is the introduction, number one. Okay, number two, it's an essay, but the introduction, when it comes to the introduction, your introduction is you greeting the learners. Okay, no, there is two introductions. I'm so sorry. There is two introductions. Yo, can you see how poor my handwriting is? Okay, there is two introductions. There's two introductions here, ne? Okay, I'm not gonna write the two because I'm struggling. Okay, there's two introductions, right, guys? There's two introductions. So what's actually happening there? The two introductions. The first one is actually you greeting. You greeting the learners. They usually ask this question in a form of learners at a school, like you going back to your old high school or whatsoever and addressing. You understand? So it's you greeting the learners or greeting the house at large. When we were doing debate, we used to say greetings to the house at large, or say greetings to fellow speakers, fellow judges, fellow adjudicators, and the house at large. I mean, all right. So it's actually you greeting. Greetings, learners. My name is Selaelo Solota. I'm from Cape Town. I'm from a youth initiative called SCI Masters. And I'm really, really happy to be here, guys. I really like your energy. That's it, right? That's the first part of the introduction. Now the second part of the introduction. Now that's where we're going deeper into it, right? Now this is where you have to explore your essay knowledge. Remember when I said when you're doing an essay, your introduction must have, it's either a rhetorical question. If it's not a rhetorical question, it must have a quote, right? Do you remember that? Right? Or it must have a pun, right? So now listen to me very, very carefully now. If your introduction, that now you've greeted the learners or the house at large or the adjudicators, now you can come now in your you skip a line, and then now you can come and make just a quote. I really highly recommend a rhetorical question or a quote, because I know you don't know how to create a pun. I know. So forget about a pun, because it's very, very complicated, unless if you're a rapper, but that's a story for another day. So really, asking a rhetorical question will get the learners inquisitive, right? Or using a quote. A wise man once said that books are the treasures of the future or whatsoever. You understand? That's a quote. You understand? Rhetorical question. Do you think education is still relevant? Do you understand? That's a rhetorical question, right? So remember, a rhetorical question is a question that it's a question that does not require an answer, right? And it's usually used to do what? To keep the reader engaged or to direct the attention of the reader. But now this is the speech. Now we are dragging the attention of the listener, right? So or you can use a quote, which is also going to attract the reader's attention or manipulate the listener, not the reader but the listener. All right. So now that you're done with that, if your introduction is so perfect and you now can get these learners or whoever you are presenting the speech to listen to you and keep their eyes at you and their attention at what you are saying. Oh my God, what did I just do? All right. Then you can actually continue. Right. It's like an essay. Say whatever you have to say. If you're talking about politics, talking about bursaries or whatsoever, talk. Pointers that I can give you is that use a lot of stats, right? When you're doing your speech, use stats. I was a debate president, right? I was a debate president in high school. So as a debate president, when I used to teach my learners how to debate, I would tell them that if you use stats in your debates and you can verify or you can give a bibliography of where you got the stats from, you'll impress the adjudicators, and the stats will also be able to add what we call credibility to whatever you are saying, right? So stats add credibility here and there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So use a lot of stats when you're doing your speech, right? And also quote a lot from recent articles, right? Quote a lot from recent articles, that maybe if there's a famous person who has spoken about whatever you're talking about here in the speech, please do quote it and use it, because this famous person is a celebrity, and this technique that we are using is called the celebrity rule, whereby now we are using the celebrity to add validity to whatever you are saying, because if Casper Nyovest said it, it means it's valid according to the learner's minds. I get. Yes, thank you. So these are just pointers that you can actually use for your speech. And remember, make sure that you are writing the speech in the first person. Make sure that it's you who's saying all these things, right? I believe in this and this. Make sure that there's always I, because you're the one who's saying this thing, or we, if you're representing an organization. Okay, right? But you can also use what we call PP, not the one that you're thinking about. Nisil, not the one that you guys are thinking about. I'm sorry, it's, yeah, I don't know what to say. All right, it's PP. I didn't say anything wrong. PP. Also thatha ngenye indlela akuhambe ku LO class ayifuna ama-tutorial we-LO. Last fundisi English. Ngiyabonga. All right, PP is called personal pronouns. Right. Dope. So it's poo or PP, whatever you want to call it. Personal pronouns. What does this one do now? It's the one that we're going to use to make the listener to feel more involved or part of whatever you're saying. So you can use words such as our. These are personal pronouns. Our, we, we, words such as us, so these words make the listener feel as if they are part of whatever you are talking about. So guys, these are just techniques that you can actually use. Remember to keep your speech short and brief. The speech is usually is it 100? I don't remember though. I think it's 80 to 100 words. Yeah, it's actually, that's why I'm saying it's a 1-page essay, right? Then your conclusion, guys, it doesn't have to be very, very complex. Your conclusion is just you now closing it off with a quote, if you want to close it off with a quote, and also telling the learners that they should work hard or whatsoever. Like, just motivate the learners in your conclusion, or say whatever you want to say to wrap up whatever you were saying, right? Not forgetting to give them your contact details, and also giving them your website, your links. I usually do this, guys, actually, when I'm doing these tutorials, because at the end of the tutorial I always tell you guys where to follow us, where to do whatsoever, what to do whatsoever. So that's the same thing you should do when you're closing off your speech. Don't put yours faithfully or yours sincerely. It's not a letter, it's a speech. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that's how you guys go about doing a speech. It's very, very easy. Free marks if you know what you're doing, and if you can play around with speech in English, then, or grammar, if I can say, or sentence building or structure. If you can play around with words, then you're good to go. You get 18/20, something like that. Yeah. So guys, if there's any questions that you guys want to ask, guys, I allow any form of question, and I'm always answering people's comments. I don't ignore. If I ignore, just know that I'll get back to you. Text me on WhatsApp. Keep it brief, keep it simple. I will respond. It's very, very impossible that I don't respond. And if you ask for something and I take 5 days to respond, it doesn't mean that I didn't see your text. I saw it, and I know when I'm going to respond and send you whatever. Don't poke me over and over again. One thing I realized about the class of 2023 is that there's a lot of attitude involved, unlike the class of 2022, whereby the class of 2022 had its own problems, but the attitude was never there. But this year you find a person texting you and saying, oh, you don't want, it's fine, as if I owe you something. No, guys, no, don't be like that. Really, I also have emotions, and you're not the only learner who's asking for that thing. There's like maybe 400 other learners that are asking for that thing. I have to provide for that thing. Why do you have to be so special? Give me a reason why you have to be so special. If you want special treatment, show me your marks. Show me that you got 98% for English. Because really, I'm trying to treat everybody the same, but there's people that require certain level of attention. Like, how can you say, oh, you don't want, it's fine, we'll see where you'll end up, hey, as if I owe you something, or as if you paid for it? Because it's actually, this is me actually changing your life, and you have to accept whatever I'm putting on the table. You understand? And you're not the only one who wants that, but you actually gonna come to me with attitude. I really don't like that. And if you know that you're that type of a person who has that type of attitude, don't bother texting me at all. Really, guys, let's respect each other. I usually used to tell the learners that I used to teach in 2022 that, guys, I'm very, very young. Me and you are almost the same age. Maybe I'm only 1 year older than some of you. Some of you, I'm only 2 years older. Some of you guys are my age. I'm not really old. So really, I don't really demand you guys to respect me as if maybe I'm some type of an old man or something. But I really require that there's just that form of, respect between the both of us. You respect me, then I respect you. You understand what I'm saying? Let there be no friction. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't try and be the friction that I don't want, because I know how to calculate friction, and I know what I need. I know which net force I need to overcome friction. So really, 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 really don't really try and be my friction. Alright, guys. So thank you very much. For learners, I'm really promising tutorials for you guys as well, and also life science learners. Then yeah, physics and maths tutorials are also coming up. Alright, guys, so do subscribe, do like, do comment, follow us on Facebook at SCI Masters, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, SCI Masters ZA. I'm dropping a textbook, guys, I promise. I'm dropping a textbook, but I'm just waiting for you guys to finish your prelims. Then I'm gonna drop the textbook, and then basically what I'm trying to do is that the textbook is actually for those people that learn via reading, because not everyone would want to watch a tutorial or listen. Some people are audio learners, some people learn by, I think they say it's kind of aesthetic or whatsoever. Some people learn by pictures, some people learn by doing. So I'm really trying to make sure that I accommodate each and everyone in this channel to have all types or all forms of learning. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hence, I was talking to someone about physics and saying that I think we should do physics tutorials in a lab, live on camera sometimes, and also do it in this manner so that people can actually understand what is going on, so that they can get that insight. Thank you very much, guys. Let me not waste your time. Study hard, stay safe, because nobody's safe anyways. Get those distinctions, make me proud. You can donate if you want to donate, and don't forget the cross night as well. Join the groups, also link in descriptions and all those kind of things. And that's it from me, your boy Right Check Pro.